Alright, bro, what's good with y'all, man? I'm about to tell y'all niggas about how Rust has fucking traumatized me, bro. Alright, so back in the day, man, let's say 2016, 2015, I was the biggest Rust fan you could find, bro. The reason I got a PC is because of two things. Because of Rust, what's that one, it's called like Reign of Kings, and also because of SAO. I was really into VR and shit. A nigga was a true nerd. Like, I wasn't a nerd. I was like a behind the scenes nerd. If you talk to me, you wouldn't know, but a nigga was really a nerd behind the scenes, bro. So I was on this PC shit and this Rust shit back in 2016. Back in 2016, the PC scene was pretty big, but it wasn't as casual as it is now. Like, everybody has a PC now, but back in 2016, I was like the first nigga in my high school to PC. So when, Fortnite got big, PC got big. So around 2017, 2018, I had a lot of niggas like, oh, bro, you got a PC? Bro, can you build me one? There was that shit going on. Since I had a PC for about 2 years, and I built my PC around my junior year, but I wanted to build one my freshman year or my sophomore year, but I didn't have the bread for it. So I stacked up the bread, purchased the parts in my junior year. So that was like 2016. And then I finally, built it, purchased it, and all that shit. And at that point, Rust wasn't a motherfucker to run. Like, you could run that shit with cheaper hardware at the time. So I started dropping actually Rust YouTube videos on a channel that, it's private now because I was a squeaker at the point. Like, I could not speak English in my videos, but I may drop a lot of those Rust videos on my channel, like here and there. Cause Rust is kind of blowing up right now. I was low-key mad when Rust blew. I was like, why couldn't this shit blow up when I was playing? But if I just stuck with it, I probably would have been. If I stuck with my Rust videos, I would have been a Rust YouTuber right now. Rust I think is the best game of all time. One of the best survival games of all time. I think survival games in general are one of the best games of all time. So to see Rust blow up again was, I was very happy to see it, but at this point, the reason I stopped playing Rust is because it takes too much investment. I just don't have enough time to play Rust. I don't have enough time to get good with Rust. But back to the main story of why Rust traumatized me. So I pretty much had to learn the ropes myself. I didn't have any friends who played Rust or played PC, so I had to go home and literally learn how to play through the combat tag or, through playing survival. And I do not recommend if you're a new nigga, if you're kind of new to the whole PC scene in general, because I was new to the whole PC scene in general, like, I knew of it because I watched a lot of YouTube videos since I was about in 7th or 8th grade. I wanted PC back in middle school, actually, but you don't really know until you're in that environment. You don't really know until you hop on Discord with some weird Rust niggas, and look, I'm the only nigga really playing Rust at the point. So when I start speaking like, oh, it's a fucking black guy, that's crazy, or like, I ain't know black guys play this game, or if I speak into all chat while I'm playing Rust, they'll be like, oh shit, oh, like don't say like a like a primitive animal, if you know what I'm saying, like a primate, or some racist shit, my nigga. So I'm dealing with all that, but that didn't really get to me at all. Like, that shit actually made the experience funner. That sounds crazy, but it feels so good when you like went deep on a racist nigga. But the reason why this shit really traumatized me, bruh, is because, when you start playing Rust at first, Rust is not beginner friendly. If you hop in a game, there'll be somebody who'll take advantage of you if you don't know what you're doing, man. Like, if you have like a backwards wooden wall, there's gonna be a guy outside your base with a pistol, and he's gonna start hatcheting that backwards wall until he gets into your base, and it's GG, bro. So my first issue when I played Rust is I knew I needed an airlock, but I wasn't good enough to farm the resources to get an airlock. So there was so many times, there was actually, I can't even lie, this is embarrassing as fuck. If you play Rust, it's embarrassing to get. If you get deep down in Rust, it's like the most emasculating thing. It's like when somebody goes deep on you, bruh. It's like somebody going knee deep in your cheeks. Like, that shit is so emasculating to get for somebody to go deep on you, especially when you put all of this work into a base. If you suck, you put a lot of work into your base. If you're really good, you could just get a bow, kill a nigga with a pistol, then hide outside somebody's base with a water pipe, pop that nigga, now you have a SAR, and then you can fight both his friends on the roof. Like, if you really cold at Rust, you can do all that. If you're a new player, bro, that shit is unheard of. You are not doing that shit, bro. Stop it, my nigga. You are not doing that shit. I have so many vivid memories. Like, there was a point when I used to dream about myself going dream about myself getting deeped on or somebody going deep on me, bruh. That fear was actually real, I think. I had a real fear of somebody going deep on me. And the feeling I get in my stomach and my heart, like, this is a specific case. Let's go back. I don't think I recorded this. This is when I still did a little bit of Rust YouTube, but I stopped recording my videos because I just didn't have the time. So me and my little bro were playing Rust, and we had this huge fight in the field, and we ended up with a lot of loot because you know how Rust is. If your base is beside the fight, you're gonna end up with all the loot pretty much. So we ended up with like this early game. We ended up with crossies, bows, burlap, armor, wood armor and shit. And then the niggas we drop off end up pulling up right beside us, building a base right beside us, and putting a slavery inspired like painting on the side of their base. And it was something. It was just wild, bro. It was like saying something like white power or some shit. It was niggas in Rust is racist, if you know what I'm saying, bro. And then they ended up going deep on us. So like they went deep. One of them went deep, right? Because there was a Yoka pistol right in our wooden base. Then one of them went deep, and I literally had to 1v1 him with a rock. He had a Yoka pistol, and to this day I still feel pain in my my spleen or my where's your adrenal gland? I don't know what the fuck that shit is, but I felt something burst. That's how much my adrenaline was pumping. Like I was so scared, and there was so much adrenaline coursing through me that I feel like a heartbeat in my lower left lung. I don't know what is there, like a spleen or like a pancreas. I don't know what the fuck that is, or like an adrenal gland. I don't know what it is, bro. I was fighting this nigga with my rock, and if he killed me, it would have been GG. It would have lost like hours of progress, but because it was a tough wipe, and we finally got our break by winning that fight in the field. Cause we were in the field with it, you feel me? We were gorillas in the field, nigga. You feel me, my nigga? We were in the jungle. This is what that jungle do. But anyway, that accompanied with all the other experiences I had with people going deep on me, like clan. When one player in the clan goes deep on you and he's in your airlock, then his friends come and you can't leave your base, and then sooner or later your base is raided because they're already one door deep. So going deep is traumatizing in general. I had a dream, and I used to have a bunch of dreams. I had played so much Rust, and I was so infatuated with Rust that I would have dreams in Rust. I had dreams I'm running around with a group, and I door camp somebody, they water pipe me, and then I open my door, I get water piped, and it's a whole dream in Rust where I'm like playing as a Rust character. That's how much I play Rust. That's how much like Rust had a huge impact on type of games I like and how much time I think I can invest in the game and all that. Like I invested a lot of time to Rust to the point. At the time, it was Rust and basketball. I've never invested so much time into a skill other than Rust and basketball at the point. It was Rust and basketball. Now it's more piano, but it was Rust and basketball at the point. So I used to either dream about, doing in and outs and crossing behind my back, or going between the legs and Hessian, or like shooting, or I had dreams about playing Rust and getting dropped off and people going deep on me. So it's taken to real life, because I know I kind of rambled about how I dreamed about it. So it got to the point to where when I see a house and there's a bedroom, just say this is a regular like 2 to 3 story house, right? And there's a bedroom on the first floor right beside the door. I'm like, that's GG. There's no fucking airlock. My nigga, that's the first thought that comes to my head. Isn't that fucking wild, bro? I'm like, bro, there's no airlock. GG. I think of that shit all the time. Like when I see a house, or like when I enter my like 1-bedroom apartment, there's not really an airlock. So I'm like, if somebody goes deep on me, it's GG. If somebody breaks in my shit, it's GG. I think about that shit all the time, bro. I think that's really because of my Rust is traumatizing, my nigga. I don't recommend anybody play that shit, because nothing's more traumatizing than you open your door and you don't got any airlock and you hear that deafening sound of somebody water piping you straight in the face. You see the blood splatter everywhere, and you hear that. It sounds like a if you crunched a watermelon, but it tastes like Sprite, my nigga. That shit is wild. But like, how McDonald's Sprite burn the back of your throat? Fucking whack a watermelon with the baseball bat and all the fucking particles splat on the wall, but then it tastes like Sprite at the same time, bro. It's deafening the perception of like your sound and your taste buds. Like when somebody went deep with a water pipe or a Yoga pistol, it felt so like your heart dropped to your toes, bro. Like there's no other way to describe it. Your heart dropped to your toes. Your tail is between your legs at the point, because they literally took you for everything you got if somebody went deep on you. When I look at a 3-story house and it's not airlocked, that's wild. I'm saying airlock, but you know what I'm saying, like there's like there's like a patio door than a real door type shit. If there's nothing like that, it's just a big door and you enter the living room with the TV and the Xbox, and there's a bedroom right there with the desktop PC and some Yeezys and some shoes, my nigga is GG. I automatically look at that shit, I'm like, god damn, I would have a heyday over there. I will camp outside the door with a water pipe and get everything. Like, that shit is crazy how going deep has, the whole idea of it has translated into my real life, my nigga. This is wild. Like, if I get my own house, I already know it's gonna have to be airlocked. I don't know, bro. I think it's some type of PTSD from Russ. Cause Russ is the trenches, my nigga. You wake up naked on the beach. Nigga, if you watch Russ, you know Russ, bro. Wake up naked on the beach. You befriend somebody while you're whacking a tree. You get a spear first and kill him to take his wood, cause that nigga trusts you. That's what Rust is, bro. My nigga, I am not lying. Rust is some grimy, dusty, barefoot bullshit, bro. That's the best way to describe it. What does Vertigo say? The butt naked world that is Rust. That is what Rust is. Yeah, this video I'm probably just gonna play a bunch of clips of me playing Rust back in the day. Probably just play in the background one of my favorite Rust videos I ever recorded, and then I may drop it. I don't know. I kind of want to keep this channel more focused, but I low-key like dropping whatever I want. You're gonna see here really something, drop whatever I want, really. But if I ever remember what was the other thing that traumatized me, Rust, even though I don't think there was any particular thing that traumatized me, but they already covered it. There's just one thing. Even though the sound of getting water piped in the face is so gruesome, visceral, and like deafening, nothing felt better than your neighbor who talked the most fucking shit and called you, you know, the most racist bullshit. Nothing felt better, my nigga, because I used to do this shit all the time. Like, I would like run away from base and creep right back up. Nigga open the door like a dumb ass bitch. I water pipe this nigga in the face. He'll fold like a fucking tortilla, nigga. Like a fucking tortilla. Like, if you lay that tortilla on a pan, that shit will fold. That's how I would be doing niggas in Rust, bro. Fold a nigga with that water pipe in his face, nigga. Nigga go to sleep. I go into his base and take everything I want. Nothing felt better than that, bro. Nothing felt better than that. And I went deep, like, I'll tell my little bro, hey, hop on, nigga. I went deep. It's like everybody else trying to bag a girl, right? They taking her on dates. Nigga, all you said was hello, and she give you cheeks, bro. That's how it feels to go deep, my nigga. So when you get deep down, you feel like a cheap bitch, low key. You feel like a cheap bitch. That's the best way to describe it, bro. And yeah, also when you go deep, you feel good because you're saving so much money on rain supplies like satchels or C4 or explosive rounds. So I may hop back and wrestle one these days and just fuck around. But if you still here, you're a real ass nigga, bro. I literally just had this thought because I remembered being traumatized by Rust. Had a thought because I was watching a video talking about somebody who bought a big ass house and was going through the rooms and a tour of the house. And I was like, you know what, let me just, fuck around, record this video real quick. Because, a nigga actually love Rust. It's still one of my favorite games. It's just I don't have the time for it. Especially if you work, you don't got the time for it. But hopefully, y'all niggas fuck with the content, man. It's been fun. Oh, yeah. Even though I haven't made a 100 subscriber video, I appreciate y'all niggas for letting me hit 100 subs. Let y'all niggas show me that it's possible if you put the grind in that you gonna see some results, my nigga. So yeah, man, this is actually really fun to make these videos, bro. Shout out to all my day one niggas and also the niggas who's been fuck with me as of recent, bro. Y'all some real ass niggas, man. Yes, sir. Let this shit roll. I'm playing I'm just pinning clips. You feel me? Pinning comments. You feel me? And yeah, man. If you still here, you're a real ass nigga. I'll give you a kiss on your left cheek, then slap it right. Hopefully. That's us. Anyway, I'll see y'all when I see y'all, man.